Welcome to MLC TV News Hour, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the Confluent State of Nigeria. I am Jane Gia Balagbubo, and first the headlines. Governor YAHAYA BELLO says no welcoming of any hoodlums or anything that will cause panic or insecurity in the state. Senator Andy Uba escapes assassination, loses aides. Zimbabwe party alleges assassination plot against leader. And Nigeria returns U19 volleyball African title. And now the news in detail. Kogi State Governor YAHAYA BELLO has met with all local government executive members of the All Progressive Congress to further appeal to them to accept one another in order to win all the elections from the presidency to the Senate House of Representatives down to the State House of Assembly. Governor BELLO made the call in Government House, Lokoja. Our reporter has more.
All executives of the All Progressive Congress across 21 local governments and over 200 wards converged in Government Glasshouse, Lokoja to listen to Governor YAHAYA BELLO.
Looking at Kogi today, where it was before we came on board and where it is today, you should be able to be proud of your party. The various successes and achievements we have recorded. You should be the advocate and you should be our mouthpiece to everyone in your area. If you are now waiting for opposition to loud, speak well, and praise you, you're wasting your time. You must be able to tell your story.
Governor BELLO has continued to appeal to all members of the APC, including those who are grieved over some political issues. He told them to let go of the past, to focus on working together as one big family to win in all levels of elections coming 2023.
Tell everyone that you know who might want to cause a hiccup in the system to simply park well. As it is today, my dear brothers, all of us that are here, I will ask Chairman, the system produced all of us. Starting from myself, nobody would say that you are where you are today, occupying these positions as executives of the party based on your popularity or your strength. None. That is why we can call ourselves proudly APC members, executives, and family. Therefore, the system will continue to protect you. The system will stand by you. The system will take care of you. Because the system wants to be proud of you.
The governor pacified all of the executives, promising to launch an app that will allow them to have direct access to him as well as to get all that is due to them at all times.
Then moving forward, in the next 3 weeks or so, we're going to launch an application. A team is going to move around every local government, and you will be the one that will receive them. They will teach you and they will enlighten you what that particular app is all about. And after the app is launched and operational, I can bet you we will win every election with ease. Thereafter, you will be connected to the government at the state level, 100%. You wouldn't need to wait for deputy governor, for the chairman, or your chairman, or anybody to send any information or pass any information to you. And whatever you feel, you know, or that is happening in your local government, in your ward, in your polling units, in your houses, in your communities, you'll be able to report directly to the center. And then appropriate action shall be taken. Whatever is due to you in terms of palliative or stomach infrastructure, nobody is going to do cut again.
On his stand as the governor and the leader of the APC, he encouraged the executive to reach out to all members of the party in love and unity of purpose to deliver the presidential candidate, Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu, saying it's their project and mandate to continue to enjoy more infrastructure and social development in the state and Nigeria at large through the already established structure of the APC.
I want all of you to continue to bring in more people, accommodate more people. We are going to vote, support all of our candidates. Starting from the presidency, we have a candidate. Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu is our candidate. Down to our senators or senatorial candidates, reps, and assembly. Good. When the time comes to produce gubernatorial candidate, you will hear from the system. This government has been able to do a lot. Just about 2 days ago, we launched BELLO, a health insurance scheme that takes care of women, pregnant women, children from the age of 5 downward, the vulnerable, the indigent ones, that is the very old within our society. In a way, we have empowered you. Before, you would be looking for 1,000 naira, 100 naira to go and take them to the hospital. But now, they can go to hospital and take care of themselves free of charge. So it is now left for you now to make sure that a lot more people are enrolled in this scheme, so that a lot of these troubles will be away from us.
The Executive State Chairman Abdullahi Bello promised that none of the members of the party will be left behind in times of benefiting from all the good plans the party and the presidential candidate represent. Esther Michael reporting for MLC TV.
Kogi State Governor YAHAYA Bello has called on all APC faithful in Okehi, Adavi, Dekina and Bassa Federal Constituency in the Government House, Lokoja. The governor appealed to them to accept all party flag bearers in love and unity to allow the continuation of the party structure at the federal and state levels. Governor Bello further said he will not welcome any hoodlum or anything that will cause panic or insecurity in the state. He promised to deal with them decisively. Our reporter has more.
In the quest to continue to reconcile all members of the APC, the governor met with members of the party from Okehi, Adavi, Dekina, and Bassa local government areas.
This is the structure, or these are the structures. Nobody outside you can claim to be APC more than yourselves. I want to continue to appreciate you for the wonderful job you did the last time. We still have more to do. That is why when you returned me to the office for the second time, we decided to say, let us do more for our people. Yeah. And so far, within the limits of available resources, we are doing more for our people.
Governor Bello also disclosed to members that his administration has provided an application that will be launched soon to enable them get through to him directly. He promised to provide all it will require for the APC to win in Kogi State.
We are facing another election ahead of us. We have our candidates from top down. For presidential, Senator Bola Ahmad Tinubu is our presidential candidate. You are the ones that are going to bring out the highest percentage of votes for him from Kogi State. Nobody is coming to claim APC or claim Kogi State more than you and me and us that are here. And whatever you require to make sure you deliver, we will empower you to make sure you deliver.
Reacting to a purported report circulated by some media organizations, which was first made public by Sahara reporters, that Governor Bello threatened some selected camp to deal with, the governor, without missing words, said he has only sent a warning to those who will hide under the coming elections to cause havoc or panic in the state.
I visited Ukehi local government to inspect a dilapidated secondary school or technical college, which hitherto PDP abandoned since the creation of Kogi State. In fact, that technical college was inherited from Kwara State. Am I right? Yes. We went there so that we can commence proper renovation and remodel that school. Just like we have GYP science secondary schools in Adankolo here and other places are coming up. And there, I threatened bad people. I threatened thugs. I threatened touts. I threatened criminals. And I mean my word. I mean my word.
Governor Bello warned that his administration will not tolerate any act, either within or imported from other states, that are capable of causing breakdown of law and order. The governor said anyone found with firearms, except is legally authorized, will be made to face the consequences.
I said the last time, in the last dispensation, we pleaded that please don't bring crimes and criminality to our place, especially during election. Let me remind you that somebody, remember, we are spending money to renovate, to build, to construct, to upgrade, to remodel our infrastructures. You could remember this Paparanda roundabout. We used to have street lights around it, floodlights. Somebody campaigned, and in the process, they destroyed all of this infrastructure. And several infrastructures in the state were destroyed during those campaigns. Yes, we pleaded. This time around, we're not pleading. And I repeat, let them hire their thugs, their criminals, their touts, and arm them to enter into Kogi State. 1 inch into the land of Kogi, they will never return back.
Deputy Governor Edward Onoja, Chief of Staff to the Governor Abdul Karim Mohammed Jamiu Asuku, NAS APC candidates in the coming elections, other top government officials, and all the APC executive, including the state chairman Abdullahi Bello, joined the governor at the meeting. Joshua Adinoy, reporting for MLC TV.
The Kogi State Commissioner for Information and Communication, Kingsley Fanwo, has urged young people with flair for writing and having interest in journalism profession to take advantage of the International Institute of Journalism, Lokoja Study Center to acquire certificate and knowledge of the practice of the profession. Recall that the International Institute of Journalism Lokoja campus, affiliated to University of Maiduguri, has commenced the sales of admission forms for interested individuals. The IIJ is located at the Nigerian Union of Journalists NUJ Secretariat, Press Center, Lord Lugard Road, Lokoja, Kogi State. The International Institute of Journalism IIJ is a foremost training institution for those aspiring to have a stint in the integrated media industry and its allied professions. Fawon described the IIJ in the state as an opportunity for young people and graduates of other fields of discipline to take the advantage and acquire training to enable them excel in the modern-day media practice.
Get human interest stories right here on MLC TV with entertainment, sports, business, culture, tourism, and fashion news stories all featured on MLC TV. Not forgetting political and current affairs news, state and federal government and people's matters will be discussed regularly on MLC TV. MLC TV, your one-stop online destination for unbiased, accurate news, entrepreneur ideas, and youth matters to the rest of the world. MLC TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone.
The governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodimma, on Sunday asked Catholic bishops and archbishops to order priests converting pulpits to campaign grounds to stop. The governor also urged the clerics to caution priests who make inciting statements on the pulpits to refrain from doing so. The governor, who spoke in his address at the opening ceremony of the 2022 Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria held in Olu, asked the prelates to use the opportunity of the conference to reaffirm the neutrality of the church. Uzodimma said while he was not against the members of the clergy speaking against social ills and criticizing the governments, clerics shouldn't dabble in politics. The governor said their graces and lordships, and that they should permit him to also point out with every sense of responsibility that he does not think it is right for some members of the clergy to convert God's house and the pulpits to the soapbox for campaigns for their preferred candidates or parties in an election season or any time in the election cycle. Christians have been called upon to ignore the intricacies of ember months and put their trust in God to enable them enjoy the blessings thereof. Senior pastor and district overseer of the Foursquare Gospel Church, Okene District, in Ajaokuta local government area of Kogi State, Samson Olofin Lucy, made a call in his sermon titled Unstoppable Multiplication of God. Similar visit to the Zion Hills Church for All Nations, the General Overseer Kolawole Adebisi advised Nigerians to keep hope alive, irrespective of challenges bedeviling the country. Joshua Adinoye has more.
Olofilunsi said, all months from January to December were created of God to benefit humanity, stressing that men should cast their minds off negativity during ember months. The clergyman stressed the need for Christians to keep their trust in God at all times, saying that the blessings of God will continue to flow to those that put their trust in God.
Our message to the body of Christ, especially these ember months, is that when we both trust in the Lord, according to the message of today, unstoppable multiplication of God in our lives. We are trusting God that the blessings that the Lord have in store for us this month will be unstoppable. No power, no forces, no influence will be able to stop it. If we both trust in the Lord, as individual, collectively, we are trusting God that the Lord will release His blessing upon us. He will release it upon our state. He will release it upon our nation.
The service featured preaching and taking of the Holy Communion. In a similar development, Nigerians have been enjoined to keep their hope alive irrespective of challenges facing the country. The General Overseer of the Zion Hills Church of All Nations in Ajaokuta local government area of Kogi State, Kolawole Adebisi, made the call in a sermon in the area. Adebisi said the fear of the unknown was causing setback to the people, calling on them to stay strong and remain committed to serving God.
No matter what the challenges might be, we need to move forward. If we don't move forward, we will continue in frustration. Not only frustration, we will remain in frustration. We need to identify those things that make us first stop. And that's the only way we can move forward. And for us to move forward, we must remove fear. A lot of things, factors, happenings is causing fear everywhere. Everybody is afraid of the unknown. Everybody's afraid what will happen in the next minute. If you are looking at those things, you'll be tied down. You will not be able to move forward.
The clergyman also charged Nigerians to continue to pray for the peace of God to reign over the nation, describing prayer as a potent tool that can change all life situations. Joshua Adinoy, reporting for MLC TV.
Now on politics. The Chief Executive Officer of the Connected Development, Hamza Lawal, has taken 2023 general election conduct and sensitization advocacy to the palaces of traditional rulers in the Kogi Central of the states. Hamza said it is good to come out to vote, but what formed part of electioneering process must be told to the people because information is key to guiding them to vote for good leaders who will have their welfare and security at heart. Hamza said in Kogi, they steered to inform the people why they must not sell their votes, but for the peace and progress of the people and the country Nigeria. He highlighted this when he visited the Ohinoi of Ibera land, His Royal Majesty Ado Ibrahim, and the Olu Magingo of Ogori, His Royal Highness Sam Bola Ojo in their palaces. He also paid a courtesy call to the chairman Okene Local Government Council, Abdulrazak Mohammed, before his interactions with the people. Our reporter, Rianat Etudai, has more.
The Chief Executive of Connected Development, Hamza Lawal, has begun the advocacy visit from one community to another in quest of encouraging more people at the grassroots to collect their PVC and at the same time vote for credible leaders in the coming 2023 general elections. Hamza's visit to Okene Ogori constituency was well attended by indigents. He encouraged them to ignore any attempt to sell their votes, saying their power to attract a brighter future for them and future generations is when good leaders are elected.
We, the youth of Nigeria, makes over 50% of registered voters. So what this means is we decide who becomes our governors, who becomes the next president. And with our permanent voters card and with INEC's new 2022 Electoral Act signed by Mr. President, what this means is power has now been taken to the grassroots with electronic transmission of results. So today, we're mobilizing, we're sensitizing and educating people and organizing better to say that with our permanent voters card, we will not only change the course of Nigeria, but the history. A lot of young people at home, because of the crisis between our federal government and ASU, and we want to use this opportunity to say that the future of Nigeria is in our hands. And we are going to do door-to-door, house-to-house campaign to get people to collect their permanent voters card. But most importantly, on election day, they come out and cast their ballots to decide their future and the future of this great country. People are power, and the power has now come back to people. I want to use those people to make democracy and the dividends of democracy to work for our dear country.
Connected Development paid homage to the Okene Local Government Chairman, Abdulrazak Mohammed, the Ohinoi of Ibra land, Ohi of Okene, and the Olu Magongo of Magongo. He was well received. Chairman, Okene Local Government Area and traditional rulers commended his efforts and called for more participation of youth in politics, but discouraged vote buying.
These are the kind of leaders we need in our land. It's going to inspire the younger ones coming up. I think my advice to those outside, the influential ones outside, is that let them learn how to be God-fearing. If you are God-conscious, you've gotten everything. What I've discovered in him is that he's God-conscious.
The role we play as traditional rulers is to plead with the politicians to bear in mind that there is something we refer to as sincerity, love, and understanding. Anything outside this is no more democracy. Now, when we talk democracy, the government of the people, for the people, by the people, is not being followed to its tenet because people use money bags to win election which they don't even perform. It's most unfortunate. We are not playing democracy in Nigeria. It's not a polite thing that we are doing. We are doing something contrary to democracy. Now, everybody is free to express himself or herself. Whatever happens, you cannot keep somebody short that he cannot talk. Everybody is free to talk. What displeases you, you express it. And let the reasonable people look into it and do what is right.
Hamza joined the Muslim faithful to pray in the mosque, after which he called for religious tolerance, saying Nigerians should embrace peace.
as much as we do not practice the same religion, but we talk to the same God. We just use different means and different beliefs. I believe that if we can understand that tolerance, peaceful coexistence, and national cohesion should inform our conversation, because religion itself preached peace, both that of Islam, Christianity, and others. So and I believe that if we abide by peace, we would have a peaceful election that embeds transparency and accountability, and then we can decide who becomes the next president and various other offices. I also believe that as campaign season starts, we should not dwell on religion. We should dwell on issues that affect us. Let's talk about security, creating jobs, ensuring that our value system is encompassing transparency and accountability. So my message today is we should use our religion to communicate to our Creator, but most importantly, use our religion to preach and mirror what the people who have brought this religion to the world is saying.
On security, he raised alarm about women's safety before, during, and after elections.
Connected Development is committing to deploy 20,000 observers, and for us, we're looking at how women are participating and how many women are on the ballot and what are those issues that affect them. Today we've had a town hall meeting, and the feelers we're getting is women are scared of their lives and their properties, and we know that women make over 50% of the registered electorate. I believe that there is a renewed hope and opportunity where we can invest more in security architecture and infrastructure, particularly around intelligence gathering and leveraging on local knowledge and local content, rebuilding trust and entrenching our democracy.
He called relevant authorities to do the needful to stop vote buying and selling in the coming election.
Vote buying and vote selling is one of the biggest threats to a smooth transition in 2023. And I believe that civil society, the media, and our anti-corruption body have a role to play. But this also shows that there's a breakdown of not only law and order, but also value in our society. And I believe that engaging communities, sensitizing them, and transferring knowledge, while working, most importantly, also with traditional and religious institutions, so that they can also amplify these messages, talk to their wards, talk to their followers, and then we can do away with vote buying and vote selling and focus on issues, issues that affect us collectively. And for me, I believe we would have justice, fairness, equity in our democracy and politics in Nigeria.
Connected Development Boss also said he will attract different empowering programs to the constituency, one among many being the SDGs education project, which he has introduced to the children.
SDGs! SDGs! Education for all! SDGs! Education for all! SDGs!
Rihanna Itudaye reporting for MLC TV.
Now on foreign. Zimbabwe's opposition Citizen Coalition for Change (CCC) party said on Sunday that its leader, Nelson Chamisa, escaped an assassination attempt after his convoy came under a bomb attack in the town of Chinhoyi, about 115 kilometers west of the capital, Harare. In a statement posted to Twitter, the CCC said Chamisa's convoy was attacked with explosives as it approached the venue of a rally. It said the venue was also petrol-bombed on Saturday by unknown people. The party blamed ruling ZANU-PF thugs for the attacks. There has been no immediate reaction from the government. The incident came weeks after Chamisa's convoy was attacked by alleged ZANU-PF supporters. Political tension is rising in the Southern African nation ahead of potentially the vice general election in 2023. Let's join Jonah Malik for the sports updates.
And on sports updates, Nigeria defended their 2020 title to emerge back-to-back champions of the Under-19 Boys African Nations Volleyball Championship. Nigeria pummeled Egypt 3-0, 25-20, 25-18, 31-29 at the just concluded 2022 Under-19 Boys African Nations Volleyball Championship in Morocco on Sunday. The West Africans dictated the pace at the beginning of the first set as they led Egypt by 8-3 points before the Egyptians closed the gap. The Eagles then took control of the game by winning 25-20 before resuming the second set on a high note, beating Egypt by 25-18. It was a keenly contested affair in the third set as the North Africans fought hard, taking points alongside the Nigerian team. Both teams were tied at 25-25 before Nigeria eventually won by 31-29 points. Speaking after their victory, the head coach of Nigerian under-19 boys team, Adekalu Adeniyi, praised the resilience effort of the players against the Egyptians. Still on sports, Rivers United, champions of the 2021-2022 Nigerian Professional Football League, on Sunday defeated Liberian champions Watanga FC 3-0 in the first leg of the CAF Champions League qualifying match. Kwara United in Lagos also recorded a comfortable 3-0 win over AS Donors in the CAF Confederations Cup. Knowing a big win is all they needed at home before heading away for the second leg in the preliminary round, both Nigerian clubs displayed impressive performances to brush aside their opponents to put themselves on the brink of qualifying for the CAF Champions League and the Confederations Cup. The second leg is scheduled for next weekend, September 18, at the Samuel Kanyodo Stadium in Monrovia. Also in Lagos, Port Samson put Kwara United in front against Niger Cup winners as Donors in the 5th minute. Also in Lagos, Port Samson put Kwara United in front against Niger Cup winners AS Donors in the 5th minute. Wasiu Jimoh scored Kwara United's second goal from the penalty spot after 17 minutes before he got his brace 5 minutes from the break. Africans debutant Remo Stars of Nigeria put off a shock 1-1 preliminary round first leg draw at former CAF Confederations Cup winners. Cape Verde International Danny Bruges gave the 2005 winners of the second-tier African club competition a first-half lead. But Olamileko Adebayo leveled early in the second half for Remo Stars, who qualified for the Africans equivalent of the UEFA Europa League by finishing third in the Nigeria League last season. The team meets again next weekend with the aggregate winner facing Anglo Gold Ashanti Golden Boys of Guinea or Naukat Kings of Mauritania in the last 32 tie during October. Plateau United completed a good weekend for Nigerian challengers with a 2-2 away draw at AS Stade Manji. And that's sports update on MLC TV News Hour. I am Malik Jonah reporting. Back to Akasta for more stories.
Thank you, Jonah, for the updates. Let's join Ayodeji Peters for the entertainment news.
On entertainment, Miss Tourism Kogi is a beauty pageant held in Kogi State and has spanned over the last 7 years. And it has produced beauty queens whom has gone out to carve a niche for themselves in the pageantry world. The CEO, Sanjay Global Entertainment, organizers of Miss Kogi Tourism, Eseyin Tony Olushayo, in an interview with MLC TV, said the main aim and objective of the pageant is to promote tourism in Kogi State through beauty pageantry. He also explained that the platform is also for the medians participating to be able to touch people's lives positively through tourism and other outreaches. On this year's event, the CEO promised that it will be filled with excitement, stressing that entertaining and educative activities will be witnessed prior to the grand finale of the pageantry. Tony also lauded the effort of some brand sponsors for their support towards the success of the pageant.
Since the birth of Miss Tourism Kogi about 7 years ago, we have been trying every year. Though despite the fact that we are not getting support from the government, but we have been trying with individuals, like my resources. I source for sponsorship myself, and I've never gotten a support from a particular government or organization yet for now. But yet, we never allow a year to miss without it. So this year, it seems we are going to be a bit different. We have to get to the top notch of the whole event.
He, however, called for more support from spirited individuals and the state government, pointing out that such project requires a lot to achieve greater success.
For now, we have our major sponsors, who are the Multi-Choice Nigerian Limited. I'm still talking with them, and they are still giving us their support 100%. Last year, they were with us. They were with us last year through GSTV. They give us decoder, they branded our hall, they branded the streets, they give us souvenirs, they give us shirts, they give us roll-up banners, they give us a lot of things that we need to meet that worth 500,000 to 600,000 naira. But this year, The same Multi TV are launching what we call Go TV in Kogi State. Go TV Alive in Lokoja. On this base, we still seek for their support, and they promise us to do the same they did last year. So that is to say, this year we are expecting Go TV to brand our hall, to give us their support, to give their both material support and financial support, which right now as I'm talking to you, up to today, as I come to with them, they promised us and they told me that within this week, they will send to us. All the brand that is supporting us in a big way is what we call Dabs Lunch. Dabs Lunch is giving us support. In fact, virtually right now as I'm talking to you, the whole Dabs Lunch more than 100% of the hall. And Dabs Lunch is hosting our contestant for the welcome party, for the Friday clubbing, and for the victory party. Seriously, I don't know what to say to Dabs Lunch.
Essay said the grand prize for the Crown Queen this year is an official branded car and office for 1 year, but with a clause that the Crown Queen will work within the year through pet projects and other innovative ideas to own the car after a 1 year tenure.
We are going to look for a source to get the official car, but if our Crown Queen work and get 80% of what we brand this car, we are letting her take it home. But from day one, we are not promising our Queen that you have a take-it-home car for the year. No, it's going to be an official car as we get the car after the event, for your outing, for everything. But during the cost of your tenure of office, and we're able to execute our pet project, and we are satisfied, you are satisfied, and we raise money, we'll let you go with the car. Why is this? A lot of queen has been crowned. All what they are after is the car, not the office. All what they are after is not the gold, but the ball. And we don't want to take that anymore. To organize a project like this, it takes us a lot of money. For instance, right now, I'm spending 1.5 million naira in this event on halls, media, and co. When a queen will just come, spend 60,000, 70,000, 80,000 naira as if she wants to go with the car, it doesn't worth it.
Miss Tourism Kogi Beauty Pageant 2022 will be held in Lokoja at Idrinana Hotel on the 25th of September 2022. And that is all on entertainment news today. My name is Matthias Ayodeji Peter, reporting for MLC TV. Back to Akasta for more stories.
Thank you, Matthias, for the entertainment update. Gunmen attacked Ifeanyi Ubah's convoy in Anambra, leading to the death of some of his aides. Kanem Chuks Obona, the special advisor on media and strategic communications to Ifeanyi Ubah, said 3 policemen and 3 aides of the federal lawmaker were killed by the gunmen. Several others with various gunshot injuries have been rushed to medical facilities in the area. It was learned that the principal in the convoy, who may have been the target, escaped on a bulletproof SUV. Meanwhile, the whereabouts of the senator is yet to be ascertained, as the environment is charged with atmosphere of confusion and perplexity. And that is the size of our package today. Join us tomorrow at this same hour to watch our news as we give you updates on happenings within and across the globe. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Malachi TV, like and follow our Facebook page, MLC TV, Instagram, MLC TV 2021, and Twitter at MLC TV1. For your events, coverage, information, contribution, advert, and sponsorship, please call any of our numbers displayed on your screen. Join us Fridays and Saturdays to watch our special programs. It is Malachi TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. I am Jane Gia Balagbubo. Please continue to be your brother's keeper to build a united and peaceful society together. Good day, and thanks for watching.